When most Americans think of laws, they generally think of statutes, passed by Congress, signed by the President. But there's a whole other layer, which are regulations enacted by federal agencies.
So what are federal agencies? The way to think about them is really in the context of a more complicated world. As the world has gotten more complex, it's become difficult for those who would otherwise pass statutes, pass laws, congressmen, senators, others, to get down into the nitty-gritty and to really be able to fashion rules that take into account the complexity of the world.
When we imagine a union like ours with 300 million people, laws are going to affect those people in many different ways, and Congress isn't going to be able to finely tailor its broad legislation to ensure that it's hitting the right points that the law is aimed at.
If Congress passes a law saying that stores need to be accessible to handicapped people, nobody in Congress has the expertise to figure out what that means, but plenty of people in whatever the relevant federal agency are have the expertise to tell you how steep the ramp needs to be, how wide the door needs to be. And so since Congress can't do those things, we need federal agencies to make sure they get done right.
Most important rulemakings are done through a process that's called notice and comment, which means that the agency has to give the public notice of what it's proposing to do, and it has to give them a period of time to comment.
What the federal agencies are looking for, because they need to have reasons for passing a regulation. They're looking for explanations, they're looking for data, they're looking for examples, things of that nature, not just a yes or no type of thing.
Comments that talk about specific facts, comments that make good logical arguments that give reasons, not comments that just say this is a terrible rule, this is a wonderful rule, because those kinds of comments the agency can't do much with.
An agency is required to listen to what people say in the notice and rulemaking process. So as a result, citizens' voices are heard much more clearly, much more directly in the agency rulemaking process.